What the second conditional means. We use the second conditional to talk about an unreal or not very possible situation, now or in the future. Example: if I had a horse, I would ride in the park. Example: if she lived near the beach, she would swim every day. The situation is imaginary. It is different from real life now. Example: if I were taller, I would reach the top shelf. Example: if he had a big kitchen, he would cook pizza. Basic form. The basic form is if plus past simple, would plus base verb. Example: if I found a wallet, I would take it to the police. Example: if they saw a bear, they would run away. After would, use the base verb. Do not add s, ed, or to. Example: if Anna had a camera, she would take photos. Example: if we had a map, we would find the museum. Using were. In the second conditional, we often use were with I, he, she, and it. Example: if I were a bird, I would fly over the city. Example: if she were a teacher, she would help children. Were sounds more formal and clear for imaginary situations. Example: if he were rich, he would buy a small boat. Example: if it were sunny, we would eat outside. Changing the order. The if part can come first or second. The meaning is the same. Example: if I had money, I would buy new shoes. Example: I would buy new shoes if I had money. Use a comma when the if part comes first. Example: if we had a tent, we would sleep in the forest. Example: we would sleep in the forest if we had a tent. Questions and short answers. To ask a question, put would before the subject in the main part. Example: what would you do if you found a lost dog? Example: would she travel if she had a passport? For short answers, use would or would not. We often say wouldn't. Example: yes, I would. Example: no, she wouldn't. Examples: If I had a bicycle, I would ride to school. If Tom were hungry, he would eat a sandwich. If we had a garden, we would grow tomatoes. If Maria lived in London, she would visit Big Ben. If I saw a snake, I would stand still. If Jack had a piano, he would play music at home. If it were cold, I would wear my blue coat. If they had a car, they would drive to the lake. If I were a chef, I would make chocolate cake. If you studied more, you would pass the test. If Sam had a dog, he would walk it in the morning. If the room were bigger, we would put a sofa there. If I had a red umbrella, I would walk in the rain. If Lisa worked near home, she would go by bike. If we found a small cat, we would give it milk. Quiz. Choose an option. If I had. If I had a bike, I would ride to the park. Choose an option. If she were. If she were tired, she would sleep on the sofa. Choose an option. We would take. If we had a camera, we would take photos. Choose an option. If he saw. If he saw a lion, he would run away. Choose an option. I would buy. I would buy a tent if I had money. Choose an option. They would play. If it were sunny, they would play football. Choose an option. If you lived. If you lived near me, I would visit you. Choose an option. I would call. If I found your keys, I would call you. Choose an option. Would you do? What would you do if you won a prize? Choose an option. If my room were. If my room were bigger, I would put a desk there. Choose an option. She had. She would help the cat if she had milk. Choose an option. We would draw. If we were teachers, we would draw animals on the board.